Woo, Berlin. Oh, that's not good. One too many pointy rocks, I think. Alright, here's our chin mount repair from our unexpected dismount, or unintended dismount this morning. We're St. Mary's, just outside Glacier National Park. Fueled up, dropping off some fluids, and we're out of here. Going to the Sun Road. Okay. So my memory of this place is when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, the family vacation, 76 Monte Carlo towing a tent trailer. My dad in line worried that the tent trailer and the Monte Carlo would exceed the length.
Hey there.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Just ducky, you?
I'm great. I've never heard that one before.
Well, you let Canadians in. What the heck, eh? What do I gotta pay?
Yeah, it's 30 for motorcycles.
Okay. Visa, please. Well, I think you work in the prettiest place I've ever seen.
I love my office.
Yeah, it's just awful, hey?
Alright, so this is good for 7 days, and
Okay.
if you want to re-enter the park, you'll just need to show that then.
No problem. I wish I could stay that long. That would be cool. Glacier National Park, everybody. It's not too windy. I'll finish my story. So anyways, we're sitting in line to get into the park. And my dad is worried that the Monte Carlo and the tent trailer are over 21 feet, which they limit that to get us through the switchbacks of going to the Sun Road. So tape measure out, waiting in line, and the bumper of the trailer, little plastic, little metal U-shaped bumper, was over that. Get to the gate, and apparently it was for nothing. But my father was ready to pull the bumper off of the tent trailer so that we could get through and go through here. So it's too bad it's so freaking windy. It would be awesome. I don't even know if I can fly a drone in here. Shh, don't tell. You know, I used to say once you've seen one pointy rock, they all look the same, but this is pretty frickin' nice. Pardon my language. No, it's not half bad either. I have to spend all 7 days in here just going back and forth. Wow. Houseboat. Oh, we get to go up there. That's towards the sun. Or something. Good in there. Here we are, July 3rd. Still snow. Holy lick. These tires are noisy. How do you get down there? Well, at least I'm wearing a helmet. Not so good hiking boots, but oops. Well, if I die, now we'll know why. No, I can't get these on at the best of times, and now we're going to try and do it nestling on the side of a fucking hill. Beautiful, beautiful driving here. It's getting to be pretty late, so hopefully we can get to camp soon, or somewhere to camp. Hoping that the fact that tomorrow's the 4th of July isn't going to hinder that any. Somebody in the comments tell me how you're supposed to do this freaking thing, because I tell you. You get it just right, I think it'll slide on like butter.
Ten minutes later.
Oh, hello. Microphone. Morning from Bowman Lake, Montana, in Glacier National Park. It's a cold night. It's about 6 degrees Celsius right now. Not a lot of movement. Made some coffee, breaking down camp. I'm gonna fix my tent up, or my
visor up, sorry. Something's wrong with it. Well, it keeps dropping while I'm driving. So that's our project for this morning. I wonder if it's just loose. Not too cold for mosquitoes, apparently. We'll go with that. I'd rather drink coffee than hang out anyway. Well, good morning. It's the 4th of July. And we've left Bowman Lake in Glacier National Park, Montana. We're going to continue our way west on some Forest Service roads recommended to a couple of new riding friends of mine, Jay and Matt. Nice enough to share the GPX file with me. And the lake was starting to get busy with kayakers, bird watchers and whatever, so it was time to go. Otherwise, what a spectacular morning. The lake was like glass. Tried to get up, or I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go up and take some starfish pictures, but unfortunately, limited to what I have on the cell phone. All you see is sparkles. Just a couple sparkles. So, but not quite as, we'll say, striking as it was when I was in Grasslands National Park 4 years ago. When I woke up to the middle of the night, the stars were almost suffocating you. There was no reference. You were just in the middle of a bald prairie. It felt like the stars were on top of you. Here, I think with the trees and mountains and stuff, it was different. So, give you something, or at least there's some point of reference. Okay, this is a super cool little road. It's about 6 miles up from Polk Ridge up to the lake. Beautiful little area though. Talking with the gentleman this morning, says about 400 plus feet in the middle. That makes sense. It's a area between 2 mountains, and a stream that runs out has been carved out for, a couple of years, so it's pretty neat. Not much sleep though. It was a little chilly, and my new sleeping bag, it isn't a mummy, but it's still a tapered. I don't know. I do not fare well with them, so I gotta find me a full-size bag that packs up nice for motorcycling. These tapered bags are just, they're not doing it. Anywho, I'll shut up now and we'll just cruise. They could do with some rain or dust treatment. Cause, ew. Just ran into a guy running the Great Divide from Colorado. Day 9 on the road. Wouldn't that be a treat? Ooh, rough. Berlin. I see. Well, I'm gonna go back over here. Beautiful. A bit more remote than I wanted to go, I think. I guess this is technically a Forest Service road-ish. Well, that's not good. One too many pointy rocks, I think. Hopefully we can keep enough pressure in to get out of here. Well, if nothing else, we are prepared. I think we're done all the entertainment now. We just have to get over to Eureka, and then we'll have a look at the tire. Nice little go-kart track here in the middle.
Well, we're at the bottom. We're back down to 30. Maybe a little of that was hot air out of the air compressor. A bit of it was elevation. We lost a couple pounds on the front since we were up top, but not that much. So
here we are, another border crossing. And only 16 hours later.
Alright, we are across the border back into Canada. Welcome to British Columbia. Tire. Oh, we've went 3 minutes without losing any pressure, but I don't believe it samples that often, so I'm sure it'll drop like a stone. 69 kilometers, a bit better a half an hour to make it into Fern, ABC. I'll stop there and do the repair. Just because if something goes wrong, at least I am more likely to be able to find somebody to help. Or buy a tire, you know, all the fun stuff. I'd rather do it there than border town. Or someplace that is closed on the 4th of July. Adventure. Down to 33 psi. But at least the scenery is nice. And our low fuel light is on. It's coming up spades.
I crashed my CRX back there. I hit a rock. Or a boulder on the road. It's bouncing. Ripped the floor off the car. From the back seat. Or the, I guess, front seat back. There's no back seat. Anyway. There's somebody parked there that had their shit all ripped up. They hit it first. Here's our hole. There's our kit. There's our pump. There's our chair. So we can get comfortable. First things first, you ream it out. Look how confident I sound, even though I've never done this. Make sure you lube the tip. Good morning, trainee superfans. It is a late start in the morning, just about 8 o'clock. We are at Radium, British Columbia, headed back towards Calgary. It's a neat town landmark. Soaked in the hot springs yesterday and watched a ram up on the hill. It was pretty neat. Had all the tourists, including myself, quite enthralled. Anywho, got a decent deal for a hotel. It was supposed to rain last night, but it didn't. So I didn't want to pack to get a wet tent and lay in the mountains wet. Anyway, I went up there. A little bit, run down. Everything in here was kind of, all the stuff was kind of built in the heydays of the, looks like 50s and 60s. So there's lots of motels and stuff along, but it's all pretty old. But it's a neat little town. Lots going on downtown last night, but it was Friday night. Here we are, Saturday, July 5th. We're going to burn up through Sinclair Canyon, take the long way back to Lake Louise, then, against my better judgment, we'll go through Banff, which I can only imagine the line to get in Banff this morning will be entertaining, and I will be sure to share that for you. Anyway, we're entering Kootenay National Park. Shut up and enjoy the ride. Sinclair Canyon. It's rather pretty. I don't know, it's just one of these things. When I worked for the railroad, I came this way a few times, and it was remarkable. The little hole through there, make this drivable. The tally for the trip is my face, the tire, my intercom button is broken. What else went broken? Numerous cables, charge points, those kind of things are all kind of messed up. Pay attention. Double fisting it. It's pretty cool as you come through here and watch the clouds come through the canyon. National Park, they use these wildlife overpasses so that the wildlife doesn't get picked off by the highway, and they have it cleverly hidden in here in some places, I suppose, not all of it. It's all fenced off, so the animals figure it out. Alright, so Tim Hortons is everyone's favorite coffee place. I can tell you right now, the lineup was ridiculous, and I don't care if I have a gift card, I am not waiting in that garbage. So, we're going to Calgary. It's warmed up, it's 15.5 degrees now. That's pretty cool. All the copper stolen. future trainee here. If you recall the unintended dismount and the taped together helmet, the chin mount didn't survive. It decided to fall down between Canmore and Calgary, hence no more footage. I appreciate those of you that have stuck around this long. I stopped in Calgary, picked up a new lid because that HJC was giving me fits. That video is going to be up here in the top corner. Thank you very much for staying to this point. Drop me a like, a subscribe, all that fun stuff that they make us plead for. I appreciate all of you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Are we done? We're done. Okay, bye.